It is a very involved process. You cannot just sit back and do nothing with scalp psoriasis. You have to do something about it and do it consistently. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nishay. Welcome. If not, thank you for tuning back in. I appreciate you. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things to avoid if you are dealing with a scalp psoriasis flare-up. Yes, if you have recently been diagnosed with scalp psoriasis, recently dealing with these issues with your scalp, and you don't know what to begin doing, let me help you. I have been diagnosed with scalp psoriasis since I was a kid, so I grew up dealing with this condition. And over the years, especially as I started caring for my hair myself, I have learned many tips and tricks to help deal with the symptoms. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what exactly is scalp psoriasis? Scalp psoriasis is a chronic autoimmune disease that causes skin cells on the scalp to reproduce really quickly, which builds up plaque around or on your scalp and causes flakes. So to kind of dumb that down a little bit, chronic meaning it's long lasting, like you'll be dealing with this your whole life. Sorry. And it is an autoimmune disease, meaning that it is caused by the immune system. And it causes the skin cells to grow and reproduce on the scalp too quickly. So you're generating new skin cells on the scalp way too quickly than you are able to remove them. And that buildup, it causes plaques, which are the patches of inflamed skin on the scalp or around the scalp. And it causes flakes, also known as dandruff. So those flakes that are on the scalp is dead skin cells. Those patches can often be dry, itchy, and irritating. It is not a contagious disease, but it can be genetic. So if your parents or your grandparents have psoriasis, there is a chance that it can be passed down to you and that you can possibly pass it down to your children. So usually the immune system uses inflammation to fight off infections or to recover from an injury. So what is happening? Your body goes into that state of inflammation by mistake. And that is often what fuels the condition. Okay, so now that we have a general idea of what we are dealing with, now we can talk about things to avoid. Number 1, avoid vigorously scratching or picking your scalp. Please don't do this. Don't do it. I know your scalp feels crazy, it's screaming and scratching. It will feel amazing and it may feel good in the moment, but you are doing more harm than good to your scalp. Think about it. When you are experiencing a flare-up, your skin is very sensitive and it's very vulnerable at this time. So when you are scratching with a sharp object, you are literally traumatizing your skin. You are abusing your skin at a time when it needs to be pampered and approached intentionally. And guess what? Your immune system is going to process you scratching and picking as a traumatic event. So then it's going to go into that state of inflammation. And guess what? The symptoms, the inflammation, the itching, the flakes is just gonna get worse. And that's what we don't want. Stay away from scratching, especially if you have nails. Do not scratch with a comb. This current psoriasis flare-up that I'm dealing with now, when it first started, it caught me by surprise. It was so bad. I've never seen my scalp look that bad. Off of like a reflex action, looking at my scalp and feeling so grossed out, I took my rat tail comb and I went in for a good hour and a half, just going in and lifting and picking and scratching. I went in so hard that my scalp was literally seeping, seeping. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm guessing it's the lymphatic liquid maybe. That liquid was seeping from my scalp. I would touch my scalp like this and there would be a clear liquid on my hands. That's how bad I scratched and I picked. My scalp felt crazy and it was red, just irritated. It was on fire. And I thought, okay, maybe I just put some oil on it after doing that and I'll go to bed and it'll be fine in the morning. No. I woke up the next morning and the flakes were back and it was even worse, larger plaques. I wanted to cry. Instead, I simply took that as a lesson and I realized, okay, I cannot vigorously scratch. If you do have scalp psoriasis and you're itching and your symptoms are only getting worse, that is because you are not supposed to scratch or pick, okay? There are safer methods to remove the flakes from your scalp that do not include being so abrasive with the skin. I know some people suggest using those silicone scalp massagers that look like this. I personally choose not to use them. I bought one and I used it twice and it did not work for me. It made my flakes worse. So use it at your own risk. If you do use it, please try to use it gently. If I'm using those silicone massagers, I can't really tell how much pressure or force I'm using on my scalp because I'm not feeling it with my actual fingers. So I don't use it. I like to use my fingers, this part of my finger, not the nail part, but the actual skin part of my finger. And I use a liquid scalp treatment to remove the flakes. Scalp massages help with products like tea tree oil, something that gives you that nice tingly, minty feeling, can help reduce that itchiness. But please do not scratch. Don't do it. Number 2, avoid excessive alcohol. Stop drinking. Stay away from the alcohol. I'm sorry, you know, you may want to get lit or whatever. Don't do it, boo. Put the bottle down. Stay away from that shot. You don't need another glass of wine. In severe cases of scalp psoriasis, it is suggested to stop drinking altogether. But if you are like me and you have more of a mild to moderate-ish condition, then you can cut back at least and see how your scalp reacts. I get it, you know, sometimes at the end of a very long week, I need me a glass of wine. But at least cut out the hard liquors, okay? I try, for the most part, to cut out hard liquors. May have a glass of wine once or twice a week. I am only human. So according to everydayhealth.com, alcohol opens the blood vessels in the skin. And when your blood vessels are dilated, white blood cells, including the T cells that are believed to be responsible for psoriasis, can sneak into the outer layers of your skin more easily. The neurotransmitters in alcohol affect the inflammation process in the body. And that's why alcohol is considered a trigger. So this kind of made sense to me because when I'm thinking about it on a night when I have a little too much to drink, and I'm not talking about 1 or 2 glasses of wine, I'm talking about like 4 mixed drinks and 2 shots kind of night, I often wake up the next morning not only hungover, but I notice that my face is puffy. Puffier than it usually is when I wake up in the morning. That's inflammation. Yes, so if you notice how after drinking, you feel hungover, you feel bloated, you feel puffy, that's inflammation in your body. And that's what alcohol does. So you wanna minimize the possibility of you inflaming your immune system. So it is best to stay away from alcohol. And lastly, number 3, avoid stress. Stress is actually the #1 trigger for scalp psoriasis. A triggering event can cause your immune system to go into overdrive, and those changes to your immune system is what can cause a flare-up. It's a little scary to think about because it can also cause like a slippery slope, especially if you're not comfortable with the condition, you don't know a lot about the condition, how to treat your hair. The flare-up itself can cause anxiety because you're embarrassed of what your hair and scalp look like. You don't know what to do with your hair. You don't know how to treat your scalp. And then that anxiety induces more stress on your immune system, which then makes your symptoms worse. So it can be a very dangerous cycle. And I understand that avoiding stress, like, come on, Nishay, like, how am I supposed to do that? It can be very hard if you don't know where to begin. Throughout my journey in dealing with this new flare-up, I have 2 pro tips for you guys on how to approach avoiding stress to help with your scalp psoriasis. 1, build a confidence around your condition. Do your research. Understand the symptoms, understand the causes, understand what is going on in your body that is causing this flare-up. And that's why I began this video trying to explain what scalp psoriasis is. It is important to understand what the triggers are. What are the outside factors or internal factors that cause your immune system to inflame? And it is important to understand how to manage it and how to treat it. It is a very involved process. You cannot just sit back and do nothing with scalp psoriasis. You have to do something about it and do it consistently. This requires a certain level of self-awareness. Be aware of the things that you put on your body, the things you put in your body, the things you put on your scalp, how you do your hair. Read ingredient labels. Be aware of how you feel in certain situations, in certain environments. If you're around certain people or dealing with certain things and you realize your heart is beating fast, you're feeling anxious, be aware of that and just know that that situation can cause a flare because it is stress inducing. Pro tip number 2, find a way to channel your stress in a healthy way. When you hold the stress in your body, it's going to go through your immune system. Your immune system is going to inflame, and that's what's going to cause a flare up. Stress is a part of life. So you're going to enter situations with stress no matter how much you try to avoid it. But there are ways that you can channel it so that you don't harbor it in your body. Process and release the stress in a healthy way. And that can look different for everyone. That can be exercising or petting puppies or baking a cake. Whatever activity that you like, wow, I'm doing this and I actually feel really relaxed. Like I feel good doing this. Keep doing it. Personally, I love to crochet. It's allowing me to explore another creative side of me. And it's so nice putting something together and creating a beautiful masterpiece. Also, I love traveling. I got into solo travel in 2022 and y'all, it has been the best. This would be a good time to try new things, take up new hobbies, figure out what works for you, and then be aware of how you feel as you are doing these activities. Do you feel a release? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel mentally clear after? And if it works for you, keep doing it. I'm saying that scalp psoriasis doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be an opportunity to enhance your lifestyle, to create a healthier you. Embarking on this journey with you guys and sharing my experience and the things that I'm learning, it has helped build my confidence around my condition because I know what I'm going through, the things I'm learning and experiencing can help other people. If you are going to try any of these things, please let me know down below. What are some of your healthy stress relieving activities? Emphasis on healthy. Okay, I hope this video has helped and you have learned something new. If it has helped you, please share this video with someone who needs to see this, who you know this information will be of value to them as well. I think this may be the beginning of a series, so stay tuned because I will be sharing more tidbits with you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. God bless.